Afternoon. It's Thursday, September 14th. I don't usually do this this close to real time, but it just came out. I just received it, so I'm going to share it. It's the Social Security's Office of Budget, Finance, and Management. Came out today, August 14th, 2023, and to the recipient, Ms. Young of the Office of Management and Budget in Washington, D.C. It talks about this is a letter that sets forth the contingency plan of the SSA to continue activities during a potential lapse in federal appropriations and resulting in partial shutdown of agency operations. Okay, so this is just potential, and we won't get into the politics of shutdowns and all that, but we know we see them every year or two. The looming threat at all times. That's a video for somebody else. Let's just keep it clean here. Okay, so there's a section here called Lapse Plan Summary Overview. They believe it'll take them half a day, estimated time that they would require to complete their shutdown activities. So that basically probably just means everybody grab your bags and go, right? What else? So the total number of agency employees that they expect to be on board before any implementation of the plan. So I guess what they're saying is the approximate amount of people that currently work there now, 61,869, so almost 62,000. Total number of agency employees expected to be furloughed under the plan, 8,512. Okay, so what do we have? We have more than 10%, but less than 15, certainly. Right? Yeah. Okay. So something between 10 and 15%. Then they do a section on the number of employees to be retained under the plan for each of the following categories. And it says it may include duplicated counts. I don't know why there would be duplicated counts. Unless, yeah, no idea. So it looks like 3 areas have retained is where all the numbers and the people are going to be retained. One is referred to as compensation is financed, by a resource other than annual appropriations. There will be 509 estimated employees to be retained for that category. Those necessary to perform activities necessarily implied by law. That's the big number. That's 52,556. I suspect that's where all those retained people are, the non 10 to 15% that are getting furloughed. Another area where they have a handful of people being retained, those necessary to protect life and property. I'm assuming that's security. And I think that's a good idea. That's 292. Doesn't seem like that much, but maybe that's just someone at every office. I don't know. The 2 areas where nobody is to be retained, and if there are anybody working there, they will be furloughed, is my read from this. I will link it so you can look at it as well. Necessary to perform activities expressly authorized by law. Expressly authorized by law, 0. Now note before the 52,000 plus that is going to be retained are those that perform activities necessarily implied by law. Necessarily implied by law. I suppose that might mean those that they actually have to have the activities ongoing by law, versus those that are simply authorized by law, but maybe not mandatory or necessarily have to be done. I'll let you take a look-see and you can make up your mind. This one's interesting. 0 people are going to be retained for this. Necessary to the discharge of the president's constitutional duties and powers. Well, that's interesting. I'm not sure what that means. The president's constitutional duties and powers are going to leave no one in the SSA to do that. Okay, well, that's probably good. I don't know. Is anybody qualified to do that at the SSA? They give a brief summary of significant agency activities that will continue during a lapse. So this is hopefully important for all of the beneficiaries out there or claimants. We will continue activities critical to our direct service operations and those needed to ensure accurate and timely payment of benefits. Yes, that's all we need to hear, right? Please refer to enclosure 1 for additional information. Brief summary of significant agency activities that will cease during a lapse. We will cease activities not directly related to the accurate and timely payment of benefits or not critical to our direct service operations. Please refer to enclosure 1 for additional information. I have a feeling enclosure 1 is attached, but that is the summary page, which the bottom line is beneficiaries are going to be paid. That's my read of this. And that's how it's been in the past when there has been shutdown. So I think that is good news. And the fact that they're laying it out there is fine. I don't know that it's going to make mainstream media, but at least we let it and we share it. Let's hope there's no need for a shutdown, but let's hope that there's not other dire repercussions for not having a shutdown. So I don't know. It's kind of like a lose-lose maybe. Anyway, there you got it, folks. And I'm going to link it down below. All right. Bye.